Frederick, with liberty, when I say it's okay for us to have sex.
Do you agree with that, Frederick?
Yes.
As an example.
As an example.
I agree with that. Yeah, but I don't think that it's our primary concern.
No.
I think we need to think about what people need in order to be free. What are the basic parameters that people need in order that they don't have to worry about things binding them? Like, obviously people need shelter, people need food, people need clothing.
What else are we bound by?
Yes, that's part of my question, I think.
Right.
So what can we do to set up creating an infrastructure where people have the basic necessities and therefore are able to have the freedom of mind and spirit and body?
Little truth, I would put in there that what is required in the blessings of liberty, in addition to the house and the food, is mutuality. I don't think anything that I require to live under the blessings of liberty takes away from your, little truth's, blessings of liberty. And if it does, that's not a blessing of liberty.
I agree with that. I think that's... But I just think we need to start thinking about what the infrastructure is. How are we going to create housing and food for all, the basic necessities of life for all, so therefore they can express their liberty?
That's a really good point. I have a basic question. I mean, this is really particular, but right now we're relying on your generous contributions, Victoria, but in our new America, will we have to rely on money?
I certainly hope not.
I would think not either, but so we need to become self-reliant.
And what will we do with those who won't go along with the blessings of liberty as we know them?
Now? Later.
Later. I've been thinking a lot about it, and for example, if generally we agree that we don't need money and that we can make this infrastructure work, which I agree needs to be looked at, if we can make it work without money and there's still those who have over-reliance of money but have somehow made it to the other side or want to create an old ideal of money, do we need to get rid of them?
I think yes. I don't know how, and I, up until this point, had been assuming that they would not make it.
Yes.
Right, because if you're reliant on the idea of a capitalist nation to support you, or government, or society, they're not making it.
Or that had been my assumption up to now.
But what if
They do.
their line of thinking changes once they get to the other side, because that's part of the freedom of thought? And they rethink that maybe we do need to do that.
Then they're not receiving the blessings of liberty. They're refusing them. Or they can't accept them in their heart. And we'll have to figure out a program to deal with that. Because I'm not going to destroy our new possibilities.
Now, is that a conversion program that we're talking about?
Or destruction.
Or a destruction program?
And is that still within the parameters?
And then are we giving the blessing of liberty to those people?
I don't think we are then.
But if it's unconditional, then shouldn't we be?
As always, the focus should be on the creation of the blessings of liberty and to promote that going forward. And the destruction or rehabilitation is always secondary. Right?
So then,
Victoria, I think so.
then do we need to create an idea of how to rehabilitate or destroy, or is that something that we'll need to think about?
Can we use the word rehabilitate
Instead of
instead of destroy?
Self-destroy is strong.
It's strong.
That's something we've jumped to.
But we're also about to see a lot of it, Frederick. So I just want to make sure everybody is clear on that and isn't shocked into trauma from it. I'm sorry, I've taken us off topic of Blessings of Liberty. I have a habit of doing that.
We can go back to self-reliance in the New America.
Now, just a question about that. Is this self-reliance or is this mutual reliance we're talking about?
I heard at Little Truth from Emma earlier that they were related. That if we have self-reliance, that then we are able to bestow others the ability to have self-reliance and to thus receive and give the blessings of liberty equally. But without self-reliance or autonomy, I think I'm more interested in as a term than self-reliance. That's perhaps not possible.
I'm not sure.
Concrete example time.
I have food, you don't have any food, I give you half my food.
Absolutely.
Blessing of liberty to you.
Barter system
Barter system.
and sharing.
Sharing, basically.
Yeah, if
sharing.
you say barter, that makes me think that we're going back to a
I was
pre-capitalist.
using an old idea to get to sharing.
Understand.
Is there something post-bartering that you're more interested in that you think would work?
I wonder if there's a way to pool resources into a mutual, I hate to use the term bank, but a bank system, where there's a way that we
It's
can...
shared.
A
Collect pot.
A collect pot, collective pot, collection.
If we can keep our numbers low enough, I think it's possible.
But
To
is
have
that-
a materially centralized, shared system of resources.
But is
Is
that
that a
our?
goal?
But is that our decision? Is it even our decision
Also true.
to limit the amount of numbers, or is that beyond our scope to know who will shift with us?
And I think that with the right parameters, our numbers should have no bearing on how well
Correct.
this is carried out, yes?
Because if there are more equal-minded spirits, they will be able to contribute more, and then more will be produced, and therefore more being able to cover us all.
I think this is a bit crazy, and I think, Frederick, I heard you started with doing the numbers and going outward, which is that the bottom line is to continue with the shared tenets that we're setting up for the New America. The bottom line is not to reproduce and put this forward in a viral way. And thus, it's important for us to create that standard of the New America clearly and with shared ideals first.
But Victoria, how is that have anything to do with our numbers? It's the people who deserve and who are ready to be with us and in us.
Because, Frederick, overpopulation is one of the main reasons we have problems on this earth as it is. And secondly, yes, I agree. I trust those who pass over in the portal with us. I don't necessarily trust their progeny or those who would go forward from them until I fully am confirmed with what's happening in the New America.
I just think that that's not our decision to make. I think we just don't have the ability to say who's going to go through the portal, and we definitely can't say what the progeny will do.
No, of course not. I agree with you.
I think we can be responsible to each other in this respect, because we all are here and in wanting to further what's happening and strengthen our ideals, and so that we are fully prepared. We can be responsible to this group. We cannot be responsible to people that we know aren't with us right now, or an extension of our group. So I think we will meet each other as collectives when we get there. And we don't, yeah.
Pause for 1 second, and I want to try to continue this conversation with just one totally weird idea, which is moving you from here into the space, but spread large across the space.